Senator Baldwin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you to all of our witnesses today. I am just a huge fan of registered apprenticeships. I will share that I have bragging rights as a senator from Wisconsin. We were the first state to pass an apprenticeship law back in 1911. And it is certainly a model for other programs across the country. It was not until 1937 that the U.S. followed suit and passed our national apprenticeship laws. And they haven't particularly been modernized since that time. I lead a bipartisan bill to do that. But look, to grow our economy, to expand the middle class, to meet business workforce demands, we need to make sure that workers have access to the skills training to land these good paying jobs. And registered apprenticeships are going to be a centerpiece for that. But continued growth and success of apprenticeship programs depend on there being job openings for apprentices to fill. And I want to shine a spotlight again on the unprecedented uncertainty that we are seeing right now associated with federal funding. This uncertainty directed by the Trump administration is completely unacceptable. Even grants for infrastructure and energy projects that have already been awarded are no longer a sure thing, putting the jobs created in jeopardy. The administration's stated goal is to enroll 1 million new apprentices. And if they want to work together to reach that goal, then sign me up. But we will not get there by canceling billions of dollars in projects and scrapping tens of thousands of jobs. As just one example, the city of Milwaukee just lost $34 million in funding and 450 jobs because Republicans voted to rescind a grant for streetscape improvements in their big, ugly bill. President Booker, you've talked a bit about this in your opening statement. So I'm going to first ask President Downey to sort of talk a little bit more about just the example I gave in Milwaukee. How does this current uncertainty related to federal funding impact registered apprentice programs?
Thank you for the question. So the one great thing about our apprenticeship programs, it allows us to scale or pull back on apprentices as we look at the forecast of work that's upcoming. My home locals, eastern half of Pennsylvania, is probably a similar experience or example that you just said. Huge project in an area that's pretty rural. Our local, ahead of time with our partnership with our employers, we look at the work forecast, knew this big $25 billion project is in the pipeline. We raised our apprenticeship levels by 65% in 2 years in a row to be prepared to do that. So the uncertainty that creates just in the construction industry when a job like that is pulled, it has that ripple effect for us because now we have a bunch of students in our apprenticeship program that we're now trying to find work for. And when you don't have work for them, they end up finding work somewhere, and then they go out of the program. I mean, that's just not good for the industry.
Appreciate that explanation. Another issue that endangers the growth of apprenticeship programs is the administration's actions against those who face barriers to employment. So earlier this year, we fought against the administration's attempt to eliminate Job Corps, which can provide students with pathways into apprenticeship programs through partnerships with labor unions. The Department of Labor recently published a proposal to eliminate the equal employment opportunity requirements that apply to registered apprenticeship programs, which are designed to ensure that underrepresented individuals in apprenticeships, including women, have a fair shot at participating. The department claims that the proposed rule will, quote, streamline and simplify sponsors' obligations. But workforce advocates have shown how equal opportunity protections are necessary to expand apprenticeships and are not a high burden on program sponsors. So, President Booker, what are your views on the administration's proposal? How will the rollback of protections impact the goal of reaching 1 million new apprentices?
Right, and we oppose that rule because our programs are designed to bring people into them. And we have specific programs to bring veterans in, to bring underserved communities, to bring women, to bring minorities into our program. I don't want any constraints on that because I want to be able to lift people up. And that's the whole idea of registered apprenticeship. The whole idea of our union is to let people live the American dream, bring them in, teach them skills that last a lifetime, and let's not have any constraints as to who we're bringing in the door. Once they come in the door, they have to pass different levels and different skill sets and different requirements to get there. Let's do everything we can to open that door to as many communities, as many people as we can without any restrictions, so that then we can teach them those skills to let them live the American dream.
Thank you.